जिन कब मिले भाई? भाई 2 मिनट। जिन भाई जिन मुझे मतलब मैंने जब गेम खेलना चालू कर दिया था ना तब भी मिली मुझे जिन, मतलब बैनर से मिली थी। मेरा ब्रेक मतलब ब्रेक लिया था रे बीच में, नहीं खेल रहा था। बसड़ ऑसम। भाई दिवाली खत्म हो गई, कौन पटाखे चला रहा है? इधर क्या है? ओहो ओहो। Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
thumbnail upload कर देता हूँ।
Thumbnail.
हाँ।
ओ मनी माय का बबल्या इकायचा कैसा वर्गोगे? ओ मनी माय का बबल्या इकायचा कैसा वर्गोगे? ओके क्या बोलोगे? कैसा वर्गोगे? ओके क्या बोलोगे? कैसा वर्गोगे? ओ मनी माय का बबल्या इकायचा कैसा वर्गोगे? Oh, what brings you here, traveler? Nothing. Escape. I've been everywhere. Something something matter. So we will seek shelter. You are living in the area, I understand, but watch out. We have got monster incoming. Skip that.
Let's go. It is done. अभी तो पीछे ही पड़ गया। Let's go. तो स्टोरी क्या है का?
लास्ट स्टोरी नहीं है।
मैं कहा गया ना।
स्टोरी नहीं करनी। ये करते हैं वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट करते हैं।
मी इक्विलिब्रियम करता था म्हणजे कोऑप मोड मध्ये जॉइन करता येते। अब पहिल्यांदा हे करायचे डेली कमिशन। लेट्स फिनिश डेली कमिशन्स फर्स्ट। किधर है पहले ये कर ले तेरे बाबा। पेन डिलीट माउंट फूला।
Thank you. That was quite a close call, and that's why I asked you to keep it. I'm sorry, but I can't. It's like seeds again.
30 झाले माझे भैया। 30 होते रे। 30 झाले म्हणलं सब
सब्सक्राइबर।
26 होते ना 30 झाले।
नाइस।
थैंक यू थैंक यू।
Nice.
Nice. Dari ऊपर गिर रहे.
Oh, money my go bable.
Delved into destiny, written in the stars.
Boy. Commission complete. अभी आए तो ये लेके ही जाएंगे.
ह्यांनी एक फीचर ऍड केलं चांगलं ते एक भारी झालं मग.
काय रे?
प्रोग्रेशन मॅपचं.
हां.
एवढं
त्या
progress झालं,
एरियाचं
एवढं
प्रोग्रेशन
progress
किती
झालं.
झालंय बघ दाखवते. ओ
हो म्हणी माय ग बबल्या एकाच केसावर फुगे 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 या फुगे केसावर फुगे फुगे. फॉरेस्ट गावावर ते माईकचं काय सीन आहे मला काय कळलं नाही.
अरे मी पुष्ट टॉकाय समज एवढंच. तसला प्ले स्टेशनचा माईक आहे, घरच्यांचा कालवा ऐकू येऊ नये म्हणून मी ती माईक वापरतोय आणि बंद करतोय.
Let me scribe. By royal. Nice and spicy.
जलाई
मला
दे
असं
दे
काय वाटलं
हम
मी
बोले.
शांत बसायला लागलो.
तुला असं वाटायला लागलंय तू शांत बसायला लागला.
शांत बसायला लागलो मी आता म्हणजे अगोदर जसं होतं तसं ना आता म्हणजे लय ऐकून आलो.
Get them. On. Shadows of fate.
Can't run from death.
थंडी वाजली की तो
बाय बाय. भागो भागो.
into destiny. Oz, reveal. Boba, get the hit. Let me scry. Boba, get them.
No. That tingle? That tingle? Picked the wrong time.
Let me scry. By her hit. Nice and sweet. Delve into destiny. Let me scry. Written in the stars. Boba, get them. Eat this.
Freeze! Have a taste of this!
Nice and spicy. Shadows of fate. Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear. And very delicious. That's the one. Bubba, get them. Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
There's no end to this.
Decided by destiny. Nice and spicy.
You're open. Disappear. You're open. That was below par. You're open. You're open.
Nice. Delve into destiny.
You're open. Dodge Midnight Phantasmagoria. You're open.
Ele quer cumprir os enterrar और फलों को दिए गए टुकड़े हजार गए खेल मौत कहानी जिंदगी
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders. When their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad...
I was nothing.
I understand. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains, and I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we have...
Oh? And what might that...
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the... Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now comes in a beautiful package.
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's good. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh yes, you might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
I can't wait to see my adorable daughter again. Where has Master gone this time?
approaching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
चित्त का कुमार पहाड़ कर घमंड कर.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
मी थोड्या वेळ त्याला म्यूट करतो का स्टोरी मध्ये.
I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No, everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstanding. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back. To play the spider while our foes...
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
I need a more physically demanding job.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words... If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for... That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good thing.
हॅलो बोल की काय तर
Written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too. Yeah.
Send this quick disappear.
Shadows of Frost. Get them. Shadow Raven.
मी आएगी मराठी मी आहे मराठी किरण वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम किरण आपलं स्वागत आहे माझं 31 आहे यार रँक 31 आहे माझं यार 31 आहे पुढे गेलो असतो मी पण गेम खेळत नव्हतो म्हणजे कोणापासून बाहेर आला मी तू मैं फक्त ही कंप्लीट करून घेतोय
By royal decree. Nice and spicy.
कशी वाढवावी ॲडव्हेंचर रँक ॲडव्हेंचर लेवल 20 वर आहे काय नाही बघ जेवढे मिळेल तेवढे सगळे तू चॅलेंज कम्प्लीट करून टाक आणि आपलं ही टेलिपोर्टेशनची जी वेव पॉईंट आहेत ना ते सगळे ॲक्टिवेट करत राहा सगळे ॲक्टिवेट करून टाक मग तुला एक्स्ट्रा ॲक्टिव्ह भेटेल आणि आपले चॅलेंज साईड क्वेस्ट बीट क्वेस्ट हिंडत राहायचे मॅपमध्ये कोण मिळून जाता नाही ना असं माणसं गावतात ना त्यांची क्वेस्ट कम्प्लीट करायची नंतर 100 रँक मिळते परत टेस्ट वगैरे ओळखायचे परत हे आपले डंजन्स वगैरे खेळायचे कोण आहे ना माहिती लय मोठे गॅप घेतले मला काय एवढं पाठवलं नाही गेम
Shouldn't get careless. I slipped up. Let's move.
ड्रॅगन रे ड्रॅगन मग ते चॅलेंज जेवढेच ना तेवढे सगळे चॅलेंज कम्प्लीट करू कारण चॅलेंज कम्प्लीट केलं तर तुला रँक भेटणार नाही आणि सगळे चॅलेंज कम्प्लीट आहे ना मग हे कर आपले वेव पॉईंट वगैरे सगळे मॅप सगळा कारण साईड गोष्टी करूनच वाटते बघा डेली कमिशन ती करत जा पूर्ण सगळे
rest for the wicked.
काय हा वर या आहे वर या
Roasted, fried. This one's well done.
Destiny cannot be denied. Nice and spicy.
Roasted, fried. No rest for the wicked. Fuse clogged.
अजून संपला आता भाऊ
There are so many talismans here. And some stacked Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of your death die end up in the hands of someone like Child? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the sigil of permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel... Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission, being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye... Alright, that's enough sticking... The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is... Let's go! Paimon...
थांबा 2 मिनिटं भाऊ जर चॅट वाचू शकत नाही ह्याला मारतो वेब बेकार क्लिअर आहे इकडे की म्हणा आता इकडे मर की रे बाबा आत्ताच एक इव्हेंट पूर्ण केलं कॉलिंग स्टार वालं हो सगळं तू जेवढं होतं की तेवढं सगळं शिकून टाकतो पूर्ण करून टाक म्हणजे जर रँक पाडवा असेल तर ठेवायचंच नाही काय शिल्लक सगळं पूर्ण करून टाकायचं आणि कॅरेक्टरवर सगळं जपून वापर काय कारण पुढे तुला आता तुला काय असं वाटणार नाही एवढं तणाववाला माहोल पण पुढे तुला लय ही होईल जर का आत्ता जपून वापरलं नाही ना सगळं सामान तर पुढं त्याला लय गरज पडते ते मग घासावं लागते आठवडाभर थांबावं लागते काय गोष्टींसाठी असंच हे नाही त्यामुळे एक असे मोजके टीम बनवून चांगले कॅरेक्टरवाले त्यांच्यावर दिसतो कशाला कामाला लागलं काय माहित लागा ह्यांनी तर आम्हालाच बोलतात सगळे टीम माणसं बिनसं मारायला बीज बसले इथं कशाला बोचे किरण भाऊ जमलं तर ही करा सबस्क्राईब करा चॅनलला मनापासून आभार करतो ना भाऊ त्याला भाऊ खूप खूप म्हणजे खूप सपोर्ट मिळेल तुमचं चॅनलला आपण या चॅनलवर सगळे स्ट्रीम कधी करतोस मी तसं कसं माहिती आहे का जेव्हा पण माझं नेट असेल तेव्हा मी स्ट्रीम करतो. माझं कसं सीन होतं हे असताना मी BSNL लावलंय आणि दुसरं कुठलं फायबर नाही पंढरपुरात. आणि सीन कसा आहे नेट येतं जातं करतंय. मग ज्या टायमाला असं कॉन्स्टंटली नसते ना त्या टायमाला मी 100% करतो. आणि हर रोज करायचा प्रयत्न करतो मी. खास करून दुपारी टायमाला 12 पासून पुढे 12 ते 6 पर्यंत माझे हे असते प्रयत्न. पण ते आता नेटवर आहे सगळं. नेट कधी येतं कधी जातं कधी काय होतं स्पीड येत नाही वगैरे असं सीन आहे. आपण वॉरझोन, GTA ऑनलाईन, गेन्शिन इम्पॅक्ट ते म्हणजे भरपूर गेम स्ट्रीम करतो आपण. फोर्टनाईट सध्याला गेन्शिन करावं म्हणतात कंटिन्यू. कारण गेन्शिनला पब्लिक पण भरपूर आहे आणि माझ्या चॅनलला माणसं गेन्शिन जास्त आहेत बघणारी. आणि जी बी येते ती गेन्शिन वर येते म्हणजे सगळे गेन्शिन वर येते.
And expensive.
Indeed. It's second to none in all. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super
धन्यवाद भाऊ
rich
सबस्क्राईब
and so
साठी.
generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
हा तेच
So you
BSNL
also met
म्हणल्यावर
with
मग तर
Kuchi.
लेच आहेत. कारण त्यातलं काय झाले आमच्या इथं पूर्ण गावात अख्ख्या गावात आमच्या फक्त BSNLच फायबर आहे.
No risk.
जिओचा नाही एअरटेल
Contrary
नाही
to
काय
the
नाही.
ever-bold Kuchi.
त्याच्यामुळं घ्यायचं म्हणलं तर
Ningguang is more
BSNL शिवाय दुसरा
business-oriented
ऑप्शनच नाही.
heart. Though they are both
पण
members
आता
of the
जिओ
GC.
येईल असं वाटतं
Although
लवकरात
she's
लवकर.
friendly,
जिओ आल्यावर मग
there's
जिओला
no way of
ट्रान्सफर.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No, it's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even...
The Jade Chamber is only second.
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Leo.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Eugene Terrace have some? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning... Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the... But I'll need your assistance in gathering. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the...
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon...
We'll only know once he starts singing.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? The flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand Canalier? By royal decree.
Gloria!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Twin blade! Twin blade!
Let me start! Insubordination! Fate is upon you! Adventure time! Get out of here! Why do they never miss? That's gonna hurt in the morning. Everybody stand back! Adventure time! Insubordination! Why do they never miss?
No rest for the wicked.
Take cover! That's gonna hurt in the morning. By royal decree. Let me score. Get out of here! Why do they never miss?
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals...
Unfortunately,
That's so late.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me.
Sure would have been better if you told us how to get up.
Tell you the way? Surely I d-
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess...
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now I am...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of this...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes, Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned, the other 5, of the current 7 Archon, this means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued... Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of given the ease of picking glaze lilies.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now. What happened? The city gate...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate, and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with...
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turn, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do... But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
मिंट घ्या मिंट ताडाताडीने लय भानगड्या व्हायच्यात डोकं फिरतेले माझं वर अडकते आवाज काय म्हणतो काय कळना चला थांबा 2 मिनिट भाऊ वाचतो मी काय
स्टोरी चालू व्हायला लागली झाली की तुला अनम्यूट करतो
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so, this is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't take any, we can still, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find the secret, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint me.
Couldn't break the curse.
Passable effort. Passable effort.
No.
By royal decree.
A clear shot.
How unbecoming. Cowering
Reveal
already?
thyself. Out of the way. Delve into destiny.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
A clear shot. You've made some progress.
Oz, reveal thyself.
You're wide open.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Get out of here.
How unbecoming.
Get out of here.
Run all you
Here we
like.
go.
Celestial Voyager. Cowering already?
Written in the stars.
How unbecoming.
Shadows of fate.
A clear shot. You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously.
I summon thee.
Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Off we go. Why do they never miss?
No use hiding back there.
Venture time.
Got you.
Oz, reveal thyself. Delve into destiny. Oz, reveal thyself.
Crush you.
Let me try.
Something else catch your eye?
Midnight Phantasmagoria. I'm going in. Get out of here.
You've got some skills.
Shadows of fate. Out of the way!
Raging tide!
By royal decree. Decided by destiny.
Something else catch your eye? All you do is run. Break! I'll crush you!
Leave my space.
You've got some skills. No use hiding back there. Raging tide. My turn.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Eat this. All you do is run.
Delve into death.
Break. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
Disappear!
Better run
Die here.
Shadows of fate.
Written in the stars.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Adventure time.
Shadows of fate. By royal decree. Curses. Delve into destiny. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day.
Die here.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Shadows of fate.
Windblade.
Fate is upon you. By royal decree. Off we go. Out of the way. Why do they never miss? I summon thee.
Windblade. Die here.
This realm is no home for a princess. Shadows of fate.
Die.
Delved into destiny.
Windblade!
Shadows of fate. Why do they never miss? Fate is upon you. Get out of here! Shadows of fate. By royal decree. Out of the way!
Disappear! Die here.
Shadows of fate. Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Windblade!
Delved into destiny. Adventure time. Teamwork is dreamwork. The insubordination. Let me scribe. On. Get out of here. Off we go. Get out of here.
Die here.
Let me scribe. My reckoning has come.
blade!
You're cut.
Look! Child's back to...
Well, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin. In fact, it might be that the
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than... The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables some...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless with... Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Do we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So, just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liu.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not now.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Lilith!
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins... Yep.
Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Breaking a sweat!
Out of the way! Go in!
Get the win!
Well, it isn't time for a break yet!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
I summon thee!
No rest.
No slacking off! You can't run! Well... Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! It isn't time for a break.
That is Osial's divine power. Be careful not to get hit.
scrutinized diplomats will answer for this afterwards. Every last one.
Wonder they've ever met. Teamwork is true. The ancient gods attacking again. There are so many victories too. We kill them.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is gentle energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's Madam King's shockwave. This green is really strong.
Shadows of fate.
You can't run! My duty. Shield to the road.
Looks like I went too far.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Gunyu's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them as that.
This is it.
Fine. Look at me. Just...
Time to fulfill my duty.
Teamwork is teamwork.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Written in the stars.
Looks like I...
Disappear!
This is it.
Everybody stand back. Get out of here. Out of the way. Over here. The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiation. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the... I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their vision. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and... thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhang Li's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.